Hi everyone, this is Natasha, aka Time Turner Required here, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the planners that I used in 2016, why they worked or why they didn't work, and looking forward to 2017 and what I think I'll be using there and how I will be using it. So to start off with, I started 2016 with just a diary from Typo, and this was just kind of a week to a page with Saturday and Sunday together, and it had monthly spreads as well, and didn't use it much in January because I'm not at university then, but I started, you can kind of see faintly in February, toward the end of February, that's when I really started using it. And the interesting thing is, when I was looking back through this to film this video, it's been so long ago since I last picked it up. It's really interesting what kind of a bullet journal system I was using within it. You can see the boxes where I checked things off when I moved things because I hadn't gotten them done. Not much colour coding, but yeah, and I take it off quite quickly. Look, that's March 2016, and I'm not really using it. I come back from a bit in April, but again, not much. And as you can see with these post-its, what I think was happening, and what I kind of remember, was I was running out of room quite a lot. So that's possibly why I stopped using it, or it just fell away and that kind of thing. So yeah, I definitely haven't used this. I used it maybe for about a month in total, so I definitely won't be using a Typo planner in 2016. It's nothing against the planner, what I've found this year is I really need a day-to-a page, and this just wasn't doing it for me. So next, and kind of in conjunction with the Typo planner, was actually my old bullet journal, and I started this in about August 2016, I believe. Let me have a look. So August 2015 was when I started this. This is when I first discovered the bullet journal community, but again, I tapered off quite quickly in the end of September. I tried again for January, and these are some notes that I actually made in March, which was probably run over from the Typo diary because there just wasn't enough room. But again, literally, I did 1, 2, 3, 4 pages in 2016 and stopped again. So, and what you'll see between this bullet journal and my current bullet journal, the style is just completely and utterly different, and I prefer the new one a lot more. So this is a hardcover gridded moleskin, and yeah, when I was going to start a new bullet journal, I considered, because I feel like this is such a waste of paper and money of using this book, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. So I'm still keeping it, and I tell myself that one day I'll find a use for it, or now that I've kind of found my bullet journal groove, once I finish my current bullet journal, I'll go back into this one just to use up all of those pages. So we'll see. So that was my bullet journal, and that was a little bit in conjunction with my Typo diary. Now next, and I'm sorry, I took the cover off this a long time ago and then couldn't find the cover. This is a planner from Mark's Schedule, and it's an Agenda 2016, and it's a 16-month planner. So it began in 2015 and goes all the way up to December 2016. And I got this in around May, which I think was when I completely gave up on the Typo diary. And the layout in this, I'm not sure how well you can see it, but it's a whole week. Oh no, it's a Monday to Saturday across there, and Saturday and Sunday is split, and it's done by time. So it goes from 8 AM to 11 PM at night, and then it's just got some gridded sections there, and yeah, it's got a monthly spread as well. And you can see I used it for a week or a week and a half. And I think the reason I gave up on this is because it's great for planning my time, even though I'm terrible at following any plans, so that was probably the big detractor. But there's also, compared to my bullet journal and the typo diary, there is no space to write to-dos. So this is really a planner as opposed to a diary, if we can kind of make that distinction. So it really didn't work. And again, the time ran from 8 a.m. till 11 p.m. at night. Most days I'm up at 5 in the morning and I'm in bed by 8 or 9, so it was just completely the wrong timeline and that kind of thing. So that lasted literally a week, and that was that. So then, from what I can see, because I can't even think back to yesterday, let alone 6 or 7 months back, I had a bit of a month's break where I probably wasn't using any kind of planner. I maybe went back to the typo one, and then I started my bullet journal. And this was take 2 of a bullet journal, and at this point I'd kind of completely written off using a bullet journal because I just thought it wasn't right for me. And I'm just going to get the 2 out side by side. So this is still a moleskin, it's still gridded, but it's soft cover, and that to me seems to make a huge difference. And I'm just kind of going to show you the stylistic differences of the 2. So Legend, so I didn't, oh, there's Legend goals there, and then that's the index. So this is the new one on my left, Legend and goals, and you know, I had books to read, and this time I had 100 days of productivity. I've got running personal bests, and I still actually use this page. You know, I've got a really nice, well, kind of nice title page. Like this was, I think, assignment schedules, this older one. We've got an attendance tracker, and that's actually pretty similar between the 2, but stylistically they are pretty different. So I'll have a look at this one. This one, I started off traditional bullet journal. You know, I had the daily tasks, I had a little bit of journaling. I was using my Stabilo fine liners at this point. You know, I had colour pages, I had monthly spreads, I had tracking. You know, imagine typical bullet journal, and this is what it is. And then, you know, I had weekend spreads that I found really useful, and I still even use weekend spreads today in my bullet journal, actually. Fun fact. Meal plans, all this kind of stuff. Semester 2, 2016. You know, that's the attendance tracker, so you can really kind of see the difference. Colour coding, all of that. But what I found with this, and that's the thing I found with my other bullet journal, is just it takes too much time. I'm just a really busy student, a really busy person, and I'm a student. And I need to be able to flip forward 2 days and be like, right, I'll put this task down here, not just constantly migrating it. And you know, it is possible to forward plan in a bullet journal, but it wasn't, the method just wasn't working for me. It wasn't the most intrinsic method, or the method that I choose just off the cuff, and that was, well, I was like, okay, I have to look at other planners, and that's kind of what brought me into a Hobonichi. But I'm just going to stick with my bullet journal for a while. So, yes, so I got my Hobonichi right here today, and you can see from then on I've only got weekend spreads, no more daily spreads, and just a lot more collections. And you can see that, you know, I was still trying to stick with the stuff I was using. I made a monthly spread in September. I think I was meant to do a Draw With Me challenge, even though I've got no artistic talent. I don't know what I was thinking, but yep, that's what it is. So I never used that. I had a reading tracker for one of my books. Again, I will definitely use that for actually this coming year, because I'll have to be reading a lot more. I don't use habit trackers anymore, don't use exercise trackers. But yeah, so it's mainly collections now and some small tracking and a lot of journaling, which I've gotten into, especially since I've gotten fountain pens, and it makes me so happy to use. So that's kind of the evolution of my bullet journal, and I'll speak about it more in detail, but I will be using it again in 2017. So now onto my Hobonichi, and so I got this, I think it was the 23rd of August, it was delivered, and I'm going to make shot in the dark and say this is the longest I've consecutively used one pan for. So, to show you a quick evolution of what it was like, so I started off and you can see that it was very much styled like a bullet journal, you know, color coding and Stabilo fine liners, little quotes, washi tape, all of that kind of stuff. And then I transitioned, I got the Pilot Juice .38 pens, so I used those for a while, you know, still color coding, attempting time trackers, my forest trackers. I'll be using forest trackers again when I'm back at uni. Time trackers, I'd really like to get back into time tracking. And then you can slowly see, as I got busier, I stopped colour coding because I don't turn between pens, and I started just highlighting like when I could to colour code. So then now it's all highlighted. And then I kind of was like, I don't even have time to highlight, and I turned all black. And you know what, I don't really mind it. I decorate or highlight or color code whenever I feel like it, but I don't force myself to, and I think that's a major thing for me. At the very most basic level, I need my planner to be functional for me, and that means just being able to write down whatever in whatever colored pen and just having it there, and not feeling pressured, oh this is a bullet journal, I have to make it look pretty, I have to write in the date or whatever. I just need somewhere to write something, and that's why the Hobonichi is so great. But you know, if I feel like, you know, I can do my little forest tracker. If I want, I can, you know, pop in a little post-it note if I feel like it. So not only is this great planning, but flipping back through it, you can really kind of see the state of my mind, or at least like my anxiety and stress levels. Like these 2 days, I was probably ridiculously stressed. Well, these 2 days, you know, it got a bit better. I've got washi tape and a cute sticker. So it's, you know, it's quite cool to be able to see that. And apart from, you know, small day breaks where I just haven't gotten anything done or that kind of thing, I've used this pretty religiously the whole time, and that just makes me so happy that I've finally got a planning system that works for me. And obviously I use the monthlies as well, and I'll go more in depth with that in how I plan for 2017. So the last two planners for 2017 are firstly the Hobonichi, that I used in 2016, is firstly the Hobonichi Weeks, and I actually started off in an undated Midori insert. It was basically the same size and layout as the weeks, and then obviously when December rolled around I moved into my weeks. So this is very obviously 2016 to 2017 crossover, but I love how I've been using it, and I'll go more in detail about it when I kind of do a full week setup and run through for 2017. And last but not least is this little guy, and this is the Hobonichi original, and it's a second-hand one that I kind of just picked up to start trying. And my idea behind this was, I work 3 different jobs, and they're all quite kind of information intensive. You know, I copyright in one, I'm organising a national conference in another, and I do all the bookbuying at a university for my 3rd. So there's a lot of information that just kind of gets lost or something. So my idea behind this was to be able to make this kind of like my job book and take notes and kind of use the structure of it as a bullet journal. And a lot of my ideas for this actually came from Vegan Organizer, how she uses her cousin for work. I'm kind of envisioning this for work, and I've dropped off a little bit, but again, it's Christmas and summer break here at the moment, so it's not very busy for me. I really like this idea that I can just write it down on the page the day that it is, and then what I do is I note like what I've written down in the monthly section. So the monthly section becomes a bit of an index for me, and then I flip over and, you know, I'm able to be like, oh, interview thoughts, right, here we go, I can find it easily. So I think this will be a really great reference book, because what I found is, you know, some things I type into Evernote, some things I type into Google Drive, some things are in my work email, and it's just all over the place. So one reference book that I know I can be like, right, I need to know something about something, and I can just flip to it, and so that's the other person's work, and be like, right, I know what's going on. I'm not sure if I'll stick with this throughout the whole year. To be honest, it will help if I do, but I'm not going to beat myself up about it if I don't. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to transition into talking about 2017 planning and how that will work for me. So first up is the original 2017. And basically my thought is, even if I don't stick with this the whole way through, this is because this 2017 will be my first full year for Home and Witchy, and hopefully my life by the end of 2017 will be a lot less busy than it is now, and that means I could have the potential of being able to do all of my daily journaling that at the moment I do in my cousin Avec in the original. So even if I don't end up, you know, doing work notes and all of it, perhaps, you know, I can try doing some daily journaling in it, and then by the end, or at least September 2017, be able to make a more educated choice about which planners I use, or which Home and Witchy planners I use going forward to 2018. So that's what that will be for. Now, next, I will obviously have my bullet journal, and I'm going to stay in the same journal. I've put a ban on myself for buying any journals until I basically finish up the 5 that I've got sitting on my shelf, and I'm actually doing quite well. Oh no. Wow, I just realised I don't have very many pages left, and now I'm kind of tempted to start a new one for 2017. Right, you're listening to me having a Bujo life crisis on the video. Okay, I need to think about that and get back to you. I didn't realise how few pages I had left, and I kind of like the idea of starting 2017 off in a new one. So I will have my little crisis about that and get back to you. Then obviously I will be using the Cousin Avex. I choose the Avex because I carry so many planners and books with me. Just the chance to make it a bit lighter works. I have no issues with the whole year not being in them. Like, I'm not even sure if I'm going to archive them at this point, but what is really helpful for me is that I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so this crosses over to June and July, so it's got July in here. And if I need to do any more forward planning than this, I do it on Google Calendar, and then because I've got lots of things saved and repetitive events saved in Google Calendar, So whenever I'm doing my monthly plan with things anyway, I'm checking Google Calendar. So like I use Google Calendar a lot, especially as a forward planning resource. So yep, I'll be using my 2017 Cousin of X. And last but not least, I've got this passion planner, and check out my video of my passion planner unboxing where I talk more about this. But basically, I kind of got suckered into their Kickstarter in their best possible way because they're such an amazing company and do really amazing charity work. I was like, yeah, I want to be a part of that and support this, which was why I bought this planner. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with it though. Like I'm definitely going to fill out these passion roadmaps, and then I was thinking video planning because it's got the nice monthly boxes where you can see that it's an overview. Then I could potentially plan videos in the weekly spreads because obviously by now we know that weekly spreads don't work for me in terms of my overall planner. I bought this I was back the Kickstarter in July, so it's been quite some time between me backing the Kickstarter and then actually receiving it, and then obviously starting 2017 with. So I'll see what I'll do with it. I've even thought about selling it, but I'm like, no, I'll hold on to it and I'll obviously plan to use it at some point. So after that crazy amount of planners that I've just gone through, I've got my 2017 lineup as well as my old 2016 lineup, and stay tuned for kind of part 2 of this video, which I'm thinking is going to be me either doing separate planner things in each of my planners or just doing one big plan for me. But given the length of this video, I'm probably going to split them up into planner things for each planner. So thank you very much for watching. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Please leave any suggestions, questions or requests in the comments, and I'll see you again for the next video. Thank you, bye!